Hello there, people of the internet. I got myself one beautiful rifle right here. Fresh out of the box, never shot it. This right here is going to be my first shots with this thing. This right here is a Rossi R92 in 357 Magnum, although it also takes 38 specials. And just with how gorgeous this is, I don't even want to scratch this thing. I didn't get it to be a wall hanger or anything like that, although I'm probably going to treat it as a wall hanger or something like that. But whenever I was down at my local gun store, I saw this on the wall, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I've got to get that. So I've never had a stainless steel firearm, like, ever. I do have some stainless steel / polymer framed handguns, sort of, but nothing like this. I love the stainless steel look. I love the dark redwood that's on it. This is just an all-around gorgeous rifle. But I have not shot it yet, and it doesn't matter how gorgeous the rifle is if it doesn't actually function. So I don't know if it's gonna have issues with the tube-fed magazine. I don't know if we're gonna have issues with the hammer or firing pin or extractor or safety mechanisms. I don't know if this is gonna hit to point of aim. I simply don't know. That's kind of what we're out here to find out. So I've made extensive videos talking about the history behind these things, or just the history behind lever actions in general. If you want to know like the full in-depth history of these lever actions, then go ahead and go watch those videos on the channel. But I'll give you a quick rundown. 1860, the 1860 Henry was made with inspiration from the volcanic system that came before it. It used a 44 rimfire round that had 28 grams or 28 grains of black powder. Not exactly a powerhouse of a cartridge. 1866, the Golden Boy was made. The 1866 Winchester as we know it nowadays. Basically the same exact system, except for the fact that it had a Kingsgate on it and they added a handguard on it so you could actually hold the rifle without burning yourself. 1873, basically the same exact system, except they introduced the 4440 cartridge, which is a 44 caliber projectile behind 40 grains of black powder, and it was center fire, so you could reload your ammunition. That was a big step up in technology. 1886, they added some locking lugs to the toggle system that was inside of these firearms, thus dramatically strengthening the system that these lever actions were using. 1892, they scaled that same scaled up system with the locking lugs back down to basically a pistol caliber carbine. And 1894, that was when the 3030 was introduced. So there's a very quick, very brief rundown history for these things. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to load just one single round of 38 special. We're going to start off with 38 special in case something goes dramatically wrong with this thing. Like I said, this is new out of the box. Well, our feeding system seems to work just fine. Let's go ahead and send a round down range, see if we hit our target. And we hit our target. All right, so this appears to be zeroed well enough to hit steel at freaking 35 yards. And it looks like our extractor worked, and it looks like we don't have any issues with case bulging, no primer bulging, no anything like that to indicate any kind of problem. So that is a very good sign. Let me go ahead and load up a couple more rounds here. All right, I have two in here. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, hold on. We're having an issue with our elevator here. There we go. That popped it up. That might have just been the ammunition. This ammunition is a little on the wonky side. Let me send a round downrange. All right, that hit our target. Cycled out. Oh, I tried catching it. So the old one cycled and ejected just fine. New one went into the chamber just fine. And we are smacking our target out. Oh, darn. I don't think I was even close to that one. Well, we're smacking our target pretty good with 38 special, so I think that this is safe enough to say that this is probably going to work. I have some 357 Magnum rounds here. These right here, I have no idea what the grain on these are. I just kind of got these out of a mixed bag of 38 special, or not 38 special, of 357 Magnum I've accumulated over the years. This says RP357 Magnum, and this right here is what our projectile looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and load this into my rifle and send it downrange. These are full metal jackets, don't know the grain, not sure how fast this is going to travel. It's got that new lever action tension on that Kingsgate, and it's hurting my thumb. All right, so these are 357 Magnums. A little bit more potent than the 38 special we were just firing. Let's see if we hit our target. Definitely more potent, that's for sure. But we did smack our target. All right, yeet. Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is. Maybe I'd have better luck catching it if I wasn't launching the brass into our trees right there. All right, next one. Yeah, these definitely have quite a bit more potency behind them than those 38 specials. All right, so I do have some other 357 Magnums here. These right here are some soft points. Let's see if these hit our target. Those full metal jackets seem to have no problem. All right, I got 2 of these loaded into the rifle. Let's send these downrange, see how it goes. All right, I like how we're already zeroed. I know my other Rossi 357, I had to zero that thing whenever it came in, but I will have to see how zeroed this thing is. I don't know if we're hitting high or low. My steel target down there is not painted or anything. I don't know if we're hitting left or right. By the looks of it, just from the fresh stuff that's on it, I think we're hitting a little bit to the right. So I might have to adjust the windage a little bit, but besides that, this seems to be pretty all right. Because we are smacking our target, and that's good enough. That's good enough for me. This right here is, well, it seems to be functional, and that's definitely a really good sign. I do have to break in the tube magazine, which is expected for lever actions like this. What else do I have in here? I have 3 rounds left of 357 Magnum. I may as well, or not 357 Magnum, these are 38 special. I may as well send them downrange. No point in going home with 3 rounds left in your pocket, right? Okay. All right, the loading gate definitely a little on the tight side, definitely a little on the stiff side, but that's just the way that it goes. Send in some lead here. Pink. Pink. All right. Won't lie, I actually really like this thing. 38 special, basically no recoil out of this thing. I think these are 158 grain projectiles, and they're just cast lead, and they should be traveling not that fast. I'm pleased with the accuracy. I'm pleased to see that we're not having issues with the primers, and that normally means that you got pretty decent headspace issues, which I would be expectant of a brand new production rifle like this out of the box. All right, I lost a 38 special brass casing, but I found a 45 ACP brass casing. So maybe down the road, that 38 special casing will turn up, because this is reloadable ammo, and I do reload it. Although what we were firing here was factory ammo, just to actually see how the rifle runs. I'll have to see how it works with my reloaded ammunition as well, and how far off target it is. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of this right here? This is an unbelievably gorgeous rifle. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up on my wall, because this right here, this looks like one of those rifles that you would hang above your fireplace. This is phenomenal. This really is phenomenal. Whenever I was looking down the barrel of this thing, doing some inspection of this rifle, the inside of the barrel is also like stainless steel, and it was shiny, and the rifling, it was not something that I'm used to seeing, since I deal with old military surplus firearms, and I don't typically buy new firearms. Well, whenever I looked down the barrel of this thing and I saw that it was like shiny and steel, I was like, I don't even want to shoot this thing and foul up the bore. Well, I shot this thing and I fouled up the bore, and I'm willing to bet that there's probably there's some dark in there now. I could always clean that out, but you know, I'm just gonna send more lead through this thing. Anyway, I did get it to be a shooter. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below. Link to all sorts of stuff. Go and go check that out. You guys go up, have yourself a fantastic day. I got some crap coming out of this thing. Apparently there's some factory grease that's still on it. That's all right. We'll wear that out. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garrett. It's a shame that bolt action shotguns aren't more mainstream.